Hello, and welcome to the Take 10 webinar, The Future of HR, a CEO's Perspective. This Take 10 series is presented by CRG emPerform and is designed to deliver practical and specific information in only 10 minutes. Our host today is Dr. Vijay Jog. Dr. Jog is the President and CEO of Corporate Renaissance Group. He is Chancellor Professor at the Sprott School of Business at Carleton University and is a leading authority in corporate finance and performance. His expertise is in the area of corporate performance, value-based management, and executive compensation. Dr. Jog is the author of textbooks, has published numerous articles in international journals, and has won many national and international awards for his research and publications. Dr. Jog consults extensively for many government departments, crown corporations, and private sector firms in Canada, the U.S., the Caribbean, Europe, and South Africa, and his forward-thinking opinion on the marriage of finance and HR has helped many organizations leverage their talent and realize success. So thank you very much for joining us today, Vijay.
Well, thank you. Before we begin talking about the CEO's perspectives about the future of HR, I thought we need to step back a little bit and ask ourselves, why do some companies succeed and some seem to be always struggling? Well, it boils down to, from my perspective, two components. One is the ability to invent the future, and more importantly, the ability to make it happen. And we need to worry about both. About inventing the future, and those of you who have read the recent Steve Jobs biography, we need strong and visionary leaders. They challenge us all constantly. We need them to set the direction. We then take it to the next level and design strategies to see what we need to execute on that vision and start building competencies and, of course, capacity. Then comes the hard part. Can we actually deliver on what is expected of us? And key questions come to our mind. Do we have the right culture? Do we have the pride? Do our people have the passion? Do people come to work energized? Have we defined the right metrics? Do we incentivize them properly? Do we monitor and act? Without all this thinking and planning, we simply cannot make it happen. The question then is, how can HR help? Well, it must be clear to all of us that without the strong HR team in place, none of this is going to happen. Since when the proverbial rubber hits the road, we need to set up individual objectives so one knows what is expected. We, of course, need to hold everyone accountable for those objectives, and then we need to empower them to do their job. Of course, you all know all this, and we also know that this is easier said than done. So today I thought I will share with you some ideas about how to deliver on these expectations. Let's also ask ourselves, what do CEOs really want? Since in a sense, they are our primary client. They are being held accountable for the company's success, and they want us to be part of that, making it happen, as I call it. So based on my interactions with many CEOs in 20 plus years of global consulting, I can say to you that they do not want a lot. I'm just kidding, as you know. In a sense, what they actually want is an engaged and committed workforce, and they want us to bring on board talent and naturally take care of these talented folks when they are on board. And they just don't want that. They want more things. They want right people in the right job. They want us to measure their performance. And guess what? It's not just them. If you recall your colleagues who you know were highly motivated, one thing they also want is measuring of their performance, because it reconfirms to them that they are the stars, they have the talent, and they are going to be the key contributors to company success. Well, if this is what everyone wants, the CEO, our talented group of employees, what's the evidence that HR actually delivers? So let me share with you one set of results from a recent survey of global HR leaders who were asked, what does HR do and what should HR be actually doing? Key insight for me from this graph is the fact that HR seems to be still mired in transaction processing or what sometimes is called euphemistically back office activities, and not being a strategic partner. And there is a huge gap, as you will see, between the desired state and the current state. And we really want to work very hard to change it. Some more facts, and given the time I have, I won't bore you with every one of them. The bottom line from this is that the C-suite folks are also demanding more from HR. They want us to do more. They want us to show them the ROI. They want us to show them the results of that investment. And they want us to be their partners and, of course, be part of the enterprise success. So here are some questions I would like us to think about when we come to work or think about work, when we are on the beach somewhere. How can HR align people with strategy execution? How can HR ensure that everyone knows their individual objectives and they're delivering on those objectives? How can we assist in achieving sustainable improvements in performance? And last but not the least, how can we help as HR to do this in a seamless and cost-effective manner? Surely, these are not new questions, and we have organizations that seem to have found this miracle elixir, I call it, to make it happen and succeed. Well, let's see what they have done. I think they have created what I consider to be a well-oiled three-legged stool. The first leg at the top is the clarity about the direction and the role of the HR function within the context of the organizational goals and its objectives. The second leg is how HR has structured itself to deliver on that direction. And the third and a very important leg is how these enterprise goals and directions get linked to individual objectives and then are linked to reward and recognition system of the enterprise. If you further peel this, what I call the third leg of the stool, I think this is where the HR can make the most contribution. I call this building a value circle, which is kind of a virtuous. This value circle, I believe, captures the essence of this third leg. If we think about what we actually do, or better still, what we are expected to do, we are in a sense in charge of managing the talent pool of the enterprise. We are asked to attract talent. We are asked to embrace talent. We are asked to engage talent. We are asked to co-opt that talent so they bring everybody else to their level. We have to identify the potential. We need to incentivize them. We want to make sure we promote them at the right place at the right time. And of course, we want to ensure their satisfaction. And if we do all this, the result is going to be, these are the folks who are going to be evangelists of our enterprise. They are going to create brand awareness, and we are going to get more talent attracted to us without us doing too much about it. Okay, so the question then is, how do we operationalize all this? Because this seems like a tall order. Well, operationally, it's not as difficult as one would think, because we can take now some specific activities to make it happen. As you will see here, of course, when we recruit and do onboarding, we want to make sure that we do a new employee survey, we test brand awareness. As they come in the labor force, we instill sense of purpose, set expectations, we cascade goals, as we all know, cascade some SMART goals. More importantly, we define what is observable behavior. I think something that is missed in many cases. We ensure we get continuous feedback. We make sure that the current performance and future potential are all linked. We do a lot of analytics to understand the depth of the workforce in all these dimensions. We do employee engagement surveys. We even can link to customers if we have some frontline folks delivering services and products to our customers. And brand awareness would simply happen. So clearly, if we want to do all this, the last thing we want to do is to do it in Word or Excel or paper. We do need to embrace technology. A tool like emPerform that does it all in a cost-effective manner to get this high ROI and show immediate results would be one way of doing it. So what is the challenge in front of us for all of us? Well, first and foremost, I think, is the world has changed And we need to champion that change. Number two, we need to walk the walk. We need to strategize as to how we deliver this value circle, because that's what is wanted of us by the C-suite folks. And quite clearly, we need to deliver ROI and we need to speak their language. If we do these three things, I can guarantee you from my experience that results are just going to happen and will speak for themselves. Thank you, and let's consider this to be like a call of arms to champion this change.
I want to thank Dr. Jog for joining us today, and thank you for watching the emPerform Take 10 webinar. Just a reminder that the PowerPoint slides are available for download on the employee-performance.com website. And also, if you have any questions for emPerform or for Dr. Jog, please feel free to contact us.